Many people accept buying expensive vegetables at the supermarket in July. But for veteran gardeners, this is actually the most economical and effortless season. This is when supply stores clear their inventory, helping you buy high-quality seeds at bargain prices. The sown seeds will leverage the summer sun to accelerate growth, then mature just as the cool autumn air arrives, automatically creating a natural crisp sweetness without extra fertilizer costs. With a very small investment, you can fill up your pantry. Here are 19 types of vegetables you should plant right now in July for a massive harvest. Amidst the sweltering heat right now, cabbage seeds at the store are usually cleared out at extremely cheap prices. This is the exact time to gather them for early nursery. Planting cabbage now is like buying insurance for your family's meals at the end of the year, while costing less than a few dozen cents. The way cabbage grows is exactly like a slow-charging battery. It needs a lot of time to build mass, thicken leaves, and wrap tightly. Sowing seeds now. The warm soil will help seeds germinate incredibly fast when the plant grows. The shifting cool autumn weather acts as a natural refrigerator. The cold air locks in the sugar inside, helping cabbage leaves become crispy and sweet instead of bland like greenhouse-grown vegetables. A classic mistake that causes many people to waste effort is planting them too close together. Looking at the tiny seedlings, you often want to plant them densely to save land, but as they grow, they fiercely fight for nutrients and block each other's light. The consequence is that the plant lacks the strength to form a head. Ultimately, you only get a bunch of green leaves splayed out, tough and hollow inside. Take a ruler out to measure properly, drive stakes, and plant each tree exactly 18 to 24 inches apart. If sowing directly, bury the seeds about 0.5 inches deep beneath the ground to ensure even germination. Water so the soil remains constantly moist like a freshly wrung out sponge. A few months later, you will have heavy heads of cabbage. We usually think that since cauliflower loves the cold, we must wait until winter to plant it. That mindset forces you to spend money on high-priced cauliflower at the supermarket. Starting seeds in the middle of summer is an extremely smart tactic to extract maximum yield from nature. You can compare cauliflower to a child who is terrified of harsh sunlight when it begins to flower the white cauliflower head we eat. Starting seeds now, the plant will use the heat to develop deep roots and grow large, strong leaves. By the time the white flowers start appearing, autumn weather arrives just in time. The plant gets cooled right on cue, helping the cauliflower head grow quickly and clump tightly together without cracking or yellowing from thermal shock. Many people grow a massive cauliflower plant but fail at the very last minute because they forget to shade it. Letting the sun shine directly on the young cauliflower head will cause it to sunburn, turning it a yellowish-brown color and giving it a bitter taste. You waste months of nurturing effort. To protect your success, do this completely free thing. As soon as you see the center cauliflower head reach the size of a tennis ball around 2 inches, gently fold the large outer leaves over the head. Use a clothespin or rubber band to tie the leaf tips together for complete sun protection. About 1 to 2 weeks later, remove the pin and you will have a pristine white, crisp, and sweet cauliflower just like restaurant quality. If you want to make your own kimchi for winter using homegrown ingredients, pin the period from late July to early August on your calendar. This is the golden window to sow Napa cabbage with a failure rate of almost 0. Napa cabbage is highly sensitive to the weather. When baked in intense heat or encountering sudden cold, the plant panics and rushes to find a way to survive. It will bolt high like a pole to flower instead of focusing on nurturing leaves to form a head. By pushing the sowing schedule back a bit, the plant will embrace gradually cooling temperatures, allowing it to form a massive head with peace of mind. Many people see their neighbors starting to sow seeds early and rush to copy them for fear of being late. The result is the midsummer sun boils the newly emerged sprouts alive. The few that survive turn into rock-hard stems, full of yellow flowers and completely unchewable. Choose a garden corner with dappled shade in the afternoon to sow seeds. Napa cabbage needs space to spread its leaves, so keep each plant about 12 to 18 inches apart. The soil just needs to be loosened and mixed with a little sawdust. You will save a mountain of fertilizer money while the heads still grow enormous. Bok choy is an incredibly economical choice for the summer. You should look for heat-tolerant varieties. With an ultra-short life cycle, it provides fresh greens continuously while consuming very little land. Bok choy grows fast like a sprinter. It can be harvested just 30 to 45 days after sowing because it must grow so quickly. It constantly draws water from the soil to pump up its plump, tender leaf stalks. Water is the cheapest fuel for it to produce massive yields. The most disastrous mistake is letting the soil crack dry between waterings. Outwardly, the plant still looks green, but when deprived of water, bok choy will automatically pump defense compounds into its sap. A few days later, when you cut it for a stir-fry, the dish will be extremely bitter and stringy like chewing straw. The kids will definitely push it out of their bowls. Provide your bok choy bed with 1 to 1.5 inches of water per week. Place the watering nozzle close to the base. Do not spray recklessly onto the leaves to avoid fungus. A small tip: stick your finger into the soil. If it feels dry, past the second knuckle. Turn on the watering hose immediately. Keeping the soil evenly moist is the only secret to having juicy stalks. When other vegetables collapse from the scorching heat, mustard greens stand firm. Their unmatched heat tolerance makes them the perfect solution to cover empty soil beds at the end of summer. Mustard greens have a very clever way of protecting themselves without costing you a single drop of pesticide. The pungent, spicy flavor of the leaves is a natural weapon that repels most common pests. An insect takes one bite, burns its mouth, and runs away immediately. So mustard green leaves always remain intact in the bed. Greed is usually the cause of a ruined vegetable dish. Many people wait until the leaves grow massive, splaying out like hand fans, before harvesting to get more weight at that size. The leaves are old, the veins are rock hard, and the spiciness shoots straight to the brain, making them terrible for both soup and stir-fry. Cut decisively while the leaves are young, when the plant is about 4 to 6 inches tall. Take scissors and cut horizontally close to the base. The young leaves at this stage are extremely tender. The spiciness is only a gentle hint, and stir-frying them with a bit of crushed garlic easily beats restaurant quality. The plant will then sprout new shoots for you to cut your next batch. Kale is the most profitable investment for your garden. Sow seeds once right now, and you will have an ATM machine dispensing green vegetables continuously from autumn until the snow falls pure white. Kale's cold tolerance is truly remarkable. When temperatures drop below freezing, instead of dying, kale immediately secretes natural sugars to prevent freezing inside its stem, exactly like how antifreeze works in a car. This process breaks down the roughness of the leaves, transforming kale from a somewhat tough vegetable into something surprisingly crisp and sweet. Many new gardeners panic when they hear frost is coming. They rush to pull out the entire kale bed, thinking the plants will freeze to death, single-handedly throwing away the leaves at their best stage of the year. Your job now is very simple. Sow seeds 0.5 inches deep into the soil. When the plant grows to the size of a handspan, gather hay or fallen leaves to cover a thick layer of about 3 inches around the base to retain moisture. When the first frost arrives, just ignore it. The next morning, walk into the garden, pluck a leaf to taste, and you will understand why people love autumn kale so much. The middle of summer is the playground of Amaranth. It tolerates heat exceptionally well, growing rapidly right in the middle of days when temperatures peak without requiring elaborate care, and is very rarely bothered by pests. Amaranth's structure helps it survive droughts exactly like a cactus. Microscopic stomata on the leaves know how to automatically lock tight when the sun shines down, harshest. by retaining moisture. The plant never wilts or slumps onto the ground at noon like other vegetables. Many people feel bad for the plants in the hot weather and pour piles of expensive fertilizer into the base. This is throwing money out the window. Overly strong fertilizer forces the plant to shoot up gangly and tall, with weak stems prone to snapping. The leaves lose color, lose flavor, and roots are easily scorched. Treat it casually. Sow seeds in the sunniest spot in the garden. No extra chemicals needed, as long as the garden soil is loose. It grows on its own. When the plant is about 8 inches tall, use your hand to pinch off the top tip. This prompts the plant to sprout numerous side branches, doubling the amount of greens harvested. To have fresh salad plates in autumn, now is the time to prepare the lettuce beds. The mandatory conditions are choosing heat-tolerant varieties and knowing how to shade them intelligently to not spend a single cent on treatments. Inside the lettuce stem is a natural white, milky sap. When the plant is stressed by baking heat, it pumps this sap massively into the leaf veins, creating a bitter taste so animals won't eat it. The only way to stop it from secreting bitter sap is to keep the plant cool. A common mistake is sowing lettuce bare in an open plot, letting the sun beat down from morning to night. After just a week, the leaf margins will burn dry, wrinkle, and the stalks will be so bitter you'll have to throw them into the compost bin. Apply the borrowed shade trick. Find the beds of tomatoes, pole beans, or corn you are already growing. Sow lettuce right at the foot of these tall plants to borrow their leaves as afternoon umbrellas. If your garden lacks tall plants, go to the store and buy a 30% shade cloth, stretching it with 4 stakes about 2 feet off the ground right above the vegetable bed. If any plant represents immortality in the garden, it is green onions. You practically spend zero money on seeds. Just take the leftover onion bases stored in your fridge to stick straight into the ground right now. Green onions operate like a self-regenerating factory. The white base close to the roots contains a large concentration of vital growth buds. As long as this base remains in the soil with enough water, it will continuously push up green shoots regardless of how harsh the weather is. Many people have a habit of ripping the entire plant up by the roots when cooking. This accidentally throws away your money printer, cutting off your long-term green source, forcing you to painstakingly sow seeds or buy new bases, wasting a lot of time. The correct harvesting method is to leave some capital behind. When cooking, use scissors to cut across the stalk of the onion clump, leaving exactly 1 inch of the base from the ground up. Absolutely do not pull up the roots. After cutting, dilute a little worm casting fertilizer to water close to the base just 10 days later. New onion shoots will soar high again. Brilliantly beautiful like an ornamental plant, yet delicious to eat. Swiss chard is one of the sturdiest leafy greens this season. Sow once and you'll have greens to eat continuously until it snows. The secret of its power lies in its root system. Swiss chard drives a deeply plunging taproot into the earth when the topsoil is baked dry by the sun. This root acts like a high-capacity pump, diligently sucking moisture from layers deep down below to nourish the massive foliage above. One mistaken move that can kill the plant instantly is pulling up the whole clump or chopping off the tender young core in the middle. The core is the heart that sprouts new leaves. Cutting into the core means single-handedly severing its life source. The plant will rot and die. You need to apply the exact cut-and-come-again method. Using a sharp knife, select the largest old leaves on the outermost ring close to the ground and cut the stalks. Leave the young leaves in the center core completely intact. The plant remains unharmed and will continue to unfold new leaves for you to pluck over the next 4 months. By the way, if you have picked up a few cool money-saving tips for your garden so far, take exactly 1 second to hit the like button below to support the video. YouTube's algorithm loves that. It will help this content spread to thousands of people who are struggling with summer planting just like us. Thank you very much. Planting autumn carrots yields far sweeter roots than the spring crop, and right now is the ideal time to scatter seeds in the U.S. You will have a vibrant harvest that makes the kids compete to pull them up. Carrot seeds are extremely tiny and have a hard coating. It is mandatory to keep the ground constantly moist for the shells to split open. After germinating, the tender young root instinctively plunges straight down, looking for water. As deep as the loose soil is, your carrots will grow that long and straight. Planting carrots in rock-hard clay beds full of gravel is a costly disaster. When the taproot drives down and hits a hard pebble, it cannot pierce through. It will detour to the side, splitting into multiple small branches. When pulled up, you will get deformed roots growing 3 or 4 squiggly legs, making them exhausting to wash and rock-hard in texture. Before sowing, use a shovel to dig and turn the bed deep down at least 12 inches. Buy a cheap bag of construction sand or cocoa coir to mix in thoroughly so the soil is as loose and fine as flour. Scatter seeds on the soil surface. Cover with a thin layer of dirt, and you must gently spray water twice a day to keep the soil constantly moist for the first 14 days until green shoots appear. Daikon is an incredibly practical root vegetable, starting to sow from late July. It serves as both food and an excellent soil tiller for next year's crops, particularly effective in cold northern regions. Daikon is dubbed by the gardening community as a natural tilling machine. Its root is so plump and strong that it acts like a drill bit, ready to tear apart tightly compacted clay layers deep down below, while loosening the soil for free. When pulled up, the holes left behind become excellent underground water reservoirs for the garden. Those who have a habit of gliding a spray hose over the ground surface usually fail miserably with Daikon, when water only dampens the top 1 to 2 inches. The radish will not bother plunging deep to find water. It will bloat horizontally right at the ground level, making the root short and stubby, with thick skin and a pungent, tongue-burning spiciness when eaten raw. Switch to a deep drenching method. Let a hose trickle at the base of the bed for 30 minutes, allowing water to soak deep down to a full 1 foot underground. Do this twice a week instead of doing scattered sprinkles every day. Daikon will follow the water trail, plunging deeply below to create long, pure white roots. If you lack patience and want to see results immediately, radishes are the champions of speed. Sow right now, and it will bring a record-fast harvest in just 25 to 40 days. Radishes accelerate growth at a breakneck speed to form roots before the weather turns bad. This speed acts as a solid shield, helping it bypass all pests completely, before bugs have time to lay eggs or fungus has time to grow. You've already pulled the roots up to make a salad. Not a single dollar spent on sprays. A common mistake is growers trying to let them sit in the ground an extra week, hoping the roots grow bigger. But over-mature radishes automatically transition to the reproductive phase, draining all water from the root. When pulled up, the core of the root will be spongy, hollow, dry to chew, and completely cracked. Precision is the key. Circle the calendar exactly 30 days after sowing. When you check and see the red shoulder of the root popping above the soil to the size of a quarter coin, pull it up immediately. Cut off the leaves. Wash it clean. Its crispiness and refreshing zesty flavor will make your salad shine. Don't forget to choose heat-tolerant varieties when sowing in summer. When tomato plants begin to wither from the heat, beets are the most perfect name to fill the empty space. An autumn crop sown now brings a double benefit. You get to eat highly nutritious young leaves and harvest a whole basket of sweet, deep red beets. There is a fascinating fact that few know about this seed. The rough seeds you hold in your hand are actually a cluster shell containing 2 to 4 tiny seed embryos pressed tightly inside. This means when you sow one seed, a cluster of 3 to 4 beet plants will crowd together and grow in the exact same spot. Unaware of this secret, paired with a reluctant mindset that fears pulling out young seedlings, many people leave the entire cluster growing tight against each other. This creates a fierce battle for food. The result is lush leaves, but not a single root underground, or roots shriveled small like the tip of a pinky finger. A massive waste of land. The mandatory step is thinning. When the seedlings emerge about 2 inches high, use small scissors to ruthlessly cut across the base of the weaker plants, leaving only the single strongest plant, so the distance between each plant is 3 inches. Do not discard the freshly cut young leaves. Toss them right into your dinner salad bowl. Spacious ground will help the root below swell to its maximum size. You already know how to grow green cabbage, but the purple version requires an earlier schedule. Right now is the final deadline to sow seeds, ensuring the heads have enough size before the frost hits. Red cabbage is a heavy feeder to produce that beautiful deep purple color packed with valuable nutrients. The plant needs to drain the nitrogen and potassium in the soil. Provide enough food, and it will return you cabbages heavy as dumbbells. Many people save money the wrong way by pulling out old plants and immediately sticking a young red cabbage seedling into that exact spot of dry, compacted, spent soil. Starved. The red cabbage will instantly stop growing, the leaf margins will wrinkle and shrivel, and it will never wrap into a round shape. You waste months watering a stunted plant. Investing a little right now will yield a big return. Before digging holes to plant, use a shovel to scoop and mix at least 2 inches of aged cow manure or compost into that soil spot. This fertilizer provides a month-long nutritional feast, helping your red cabbage wrap tightly, densely, and look absolutely perfect. If your spring bean crop has slowed down its flowering, right now is the golden window to sow a second batch. This late summer bean crop is famous for growing ultra-fast and delivering an explosive yield to the point where you cannot harvest fast enough. Planting green beans is no different from installing a fertilizer manufacturing machine. Under their roots are tiny nodules containing beneficial bacteria that automatically absorb nitrogen from the air and inject it straight into the soil. Planting beans means your soil bed is being fertilized completely free of charge. However, there is a watering habit that often ruins things, standing and spraying a hose heavily from above down onto the bean leaves in the late afternoons. Water stagnating on the leaf surface overnight invites mold and rust diseases to move in. Just a few days later, the bean leaves exhibit yellow spots, scorch dry, and shed catastrophically. Absolutely water only the root zone. Let the water flow gently right at the ground level. Furthermore, the secret to achieving massive yields is that once pods appear, harvest them continuously every 2 to 3 days. Plucking the pods clean repeatedly tricks the plant into thinking, "I haven't completed my seed-bearing mission," forcing it to frantically produce new rounds of flowers. This is the king of summer beans, particularly exploding in regions with hot climates. Sow a few seeds into the ground now, and you will harvest half-meter-long bean pods by the handful for weeks on end. Yard-long beans truly thrive in the heat. Unlike normal beans that drop their flowers and refuse to set fruit when temperatures surpass 90 degrees Fahrenheit, yard-long beans stretch even longer the hotter it gets. The higher the temperature, the more energy they have. On a blazing summer day, a bean pod can grow an extra 2 inches overnight. The silliest mistake is underestimating their climbing power. Many people temporarily drive a short wooden stake about 4 feet tall and leave it at that. This species develops vines in an incredibly terrifying manner. Once they run out of stake to climb, they will drop down and crawl on the ground, twisting into a tangled mess. The pods will get warped, rot touching the ground, and become bait for snails. Right from the moment you sow seeds, you must erect a sturdy A-frame trellis. Use long bamboo stakes or PVC pipes driven deep into the ground. The trellis height must reach at least 7 feet. Let the bean vines soar as high as they please. The long bean pods will dangle straight down, following gravity, making them extremely clean and easy to pick. Some might wonder why sow zucchini seeds in the middle of this late summer. The answer is, this is an ultimate pest-evading calendar strategy that helps harvest 100% disease-free zucchini. The archenemy of zucchini is the vine borer moth. The mother moth typically hovers and lays eggs on the leaf stalks from early spring to early summer. By this time, their egg-laying cycle has concluded completely. Sowing seeds now, as the young zucchini plant grows. This moth has vanished from the board. You eliminate the enemy without a single drop of pesticide. Many people who grow spring squash get their plants hollowed out and killed by vine borers, leading to discouragement. They become fearful and abandon the idea of planting again entirely, losing the chance to have an extremely easy end-of-summer crop. Do not hesitate. Dig the soil to form a mound about a handspan high and press 2 to 3 zucchini seeds right in. When the plant germinates and sprouts 3 true leaves, spend a little time each week checking the underside of the leaves and the base. If you spot tiny reddish-brown eggs, very rare right now, but still be cautious. Press a piece of tape over them and peel it off to clean them up instantly. Your zucchini plant will grow like crazy and yield fruits non-stop. Ending this long list is cucumber. The cucumber vines you planted in spring are likely old, spent, and yellow-leaved by now. Pulling them out and sowing a second crop right now is the smartest way to harvest a crisp batch of cucumbers at the end of the year. Cucumber vines age very quickly. Their roots are quite shallow, and once they have exhausted their strength to sustain the first batch of fruits, their energy drops catastrophically, instead of desperately trying to save a dying plant. Sowing new seeds creates a completely fresh surge of life. The young vine stem is filled with water. Its vigorous vitality will easily repel the powdery mildew that the old vine is suffering from. The fatal mistake that ends any cucumber crop is forgetting left-behind fruits on the vine, allowing them to swell up like mini watermelons and turn bright yellow. When the seeds inside the mature fruit harden, the cucumber plant releases a signal declaring seed-bearing mission accomplished. Stop flowering. Instantly, the plant will stop yielding young fruits and gradually wither. Right now, go out to the garden and rip off all those ruined yellow cucumbers for the new cucumber bed when fruits appear. Cut the stalk when they are about 6 to 8 inches long. At this point, the cucumber skin is still vibrant green, the spines are still soft, and the seeds haven't hardened. Maintain the habit of harvesting cucumbers continuously every day. The plant, given no time to mature its seeds, will be tricked. It halts its aging process and continuously pushes out new branches and blossoms batch after batch. So you now have a perfect list of 19 types of vegetables and roots to plant right now, from the fast-accelerating leafy greens group and the fertile soil-tilling root group, to the excellent second crop pest-evading strategy of the fruit group. And remember that $2 secret I mentioned at the beginning of the video, that is diatomaceous earth powder. You just need to sprinkle a ring around the base of the plant. The tiny sharp crystals of the powder will slash open the waxy shell of any pests that dare to crawl across, dehydrating them and completely wiping them out. No money spent on expensive chemicals, but a small note: wear a mask when applying and keep children, pregnant women, or dogs and cats away from the soil bed until the dust settles completely. Which USDA zone is your garden in, and which bug is driving you craziest? Comment below. I will read it and show you how to treat them properly. Don't forget to click subscribe to the channel. See you next time.